There's just 2 more games remaining before we crown our GLL Season 3 champion here in Stockholm. And these are desperate times for a lot of our top 16 teams. But the question I need to ask my analysts, Toffee, Skoom, and Avenger right now is, who is going to be taking desperate measures? Skoom, what are you thinking?
I think FaZe, they have to make desperate moves now. They're around 1K points behind Team Unique right now, so if they want to win this tournament, they need to start taking action now. They can't wait for the last game if they want to do a specific hot drop. If they want to do it, they need to do it now. And I think FaZe might actually do that just because I think they want to win this tournament. It's been 6 months since FaZe hasn't won a LAN. They've been so consistent throughout the year. This is a whole new roster. They're already qualified for Pro League, so coming second, coming fourth, I don't think in the back of their mind it should matter too much. They should go for gold, and I think we might see them either hot dropping or maybe trying to find Unique and make them die early if they want to win the tournament.
I want to see them send a message to Unique. We're here. And we're here to show you we're better than you. So I really want to see that hot drop, or could even be, you know, a backstab. It could be a trap. It could be something like that. But I want to see something like that. Yeah. Like we just saw the favorite moments when I saw FaZe hunt down Cloud9. That was absolutely insane. I want to see something like that again.
And you expect it on the last one. So if someone is going for the element of surprise, this is the time to do it. And a team like Optic, they want to win this tournament in sort of a desperate way, but they also really just want to hold position, make a good name for themselves, right? FaZe has nothing to lose. They're signed. They're invited. They're definitely going to the Pro League, so they could take the risks and go ham. I don't think that'll happen with Optic. Optic's going to play it safe, and honestly, FaZe getting a little bit crazy could be the best case scenario for a team like Optic because they will have a huge benefit. Optics, I think, on this game will look to get themselves about half of the 500 that they need. They'll look for sort of a 7th plus, and once they hit 7th, they'll pull the frag trigger. And then tomorrow, in the last game, that's when the desperate measures for them will start. So expect the green wall to keep it at a crawl, but I think FaZe may go full force.
Well, let's take a look at the top killers to see who has been going full force so far. And no Unique standing is still at the top, but Uber is not too far behind. Level now with Vegas.
And Unique takes over a spot on there as well. He jumps on up. So, I mean, the CIS looks like a super team in the making. Vegas has been kind of quiet today. Not a huge gain. He's been a little bit in the background. Yeah,
he had 3 kills today so far. Play with me from Unique. I didn't expect him to jump up there, but obviously having a few great games from them is really going to prove it. Mex is still there with 21 kills. I think Phosphate is just behind with 20, I believe. Yeah. So still huge amount of kills from FaZe Clan so far.
And sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, whisper it, but Vegas, I believe he had 23 frags. That was his count at the end of yesterday. So a bit more of a quiet day for our babyface.
Yeah, I think it's been a little more of a chaotic day for the other teams, and that's maybe relegating him and E-United back a little bit. You know, the qualifiers are coming up literally starting in a couple of days here. A bunch of the teams behind us are on their way there. And they want to make a case to scare the teams that they're up against. Group A in particular, I think actually Group B very strong, Group A still pretty good. They want to go in and have everyone else be terrified of them. So I would also look for some of those teams like Red Diamonds or Besiktas to come out and play very aggressively in these next 2 matches so that they can say and point to this and say, look how good we were. You guys want to avoid us at all costs in the meat grinder that is qualifiers to come.
Now, I am testing your knowledge of next week's qualifiers, but boys, of the teams here that will be playing next week, who do you think is a dead cert for the Pro League?
I mean, watching Besiktas, I think is how I say it.
BJK.
BJK play this week has been really impressive, and I think that after watching that, I'm giving them a big props in my book.
Yeah, I mean, we have Accelerate, we have Besiktas, we have Team Red Diamond, Vanga, and the 5th one is...
Not Unique.
Not Unique, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's just really a shame that we don't have them.
Team Ready.
But, Team Ready, yeah.
That's
those are the 5 teams that are going to Pro League next week. And I think I had super high hopes for Accelerate. Like for me, they are of those 5 teams are the ones that should have shined the most. But I hope these last 2 games, I mean, they're going to be in my group. So in a way, I don't hope. I hope for them, but not for myself. That they get 2 last good games just to build that morality up and go into the Pro League a bit more confident.
Absolutely.
Well, 2 more games to go, so I'm going to go for predictions again. Avenger, what you thinking? Chicken dinner win for this one?
I want to see FaZe Clan with the chicken dinner.
It's not who you want, it's who you think.
I think FaZe Clan is going to come with the chicken dinner.
Thank you very much. That's better, Avenger. Skoom.
I'm going to say FaZe, because if FaZe win, this is going to be a lot of hype for the last game.
Yeah.
Toughies. Say something different, please.
I'm going to go with Liquid. I think they're frustrated, but I think that they've been improving steadily. And they haven't got a chicken dinner yet, and that's miffing to me. I don't think I've been at a LAN without them having a chicken dinner in a very long time. Ever actually, that I can think of.
Ever, yeah.
Ever. Even since Oakland with like the old roster. Jesus, they need to win one.
Well, of all the teams here, I think that Optic wants it the most, so I'm actually going to say Optic for this one. I'm actually going NA. I wonder if our mate Porosaurus is watching. He's going to be waving his little US flag, watching Twitch chat at home. And actually, speaking of what you can watch, over on the lounge stream, which you can watch at live.gll.gg, you can catch Toby and Esquire also commentating on the games and what we're wearing, etc. They've actually got a roaring fire in there, and map.gll.gg is where you can interact with our map and check out all the rotations and see where the teams are going and when, and zoom in and out, and it's a thing of beauty. So do check it out before it's gone. You've got 2 more maps to try it out and have some fun. But who else is going to be having some fun right now? Well, of course, it's our casters, Frost and Demon.
Yeah, you can bet your life we're going to be having fun. 2 games to go on Erangel. 700+ points to chase for some of these teams is going to be a tough task.
It's going to be tough, but it's not impossible. I mean, we saw Optic. They got back-to-back wins, if I'm not totally wrong.
No, I mean, look, right, okay, let's boil it down. If someone has a big win, like think of like when the Knights had a win with 15 kills, you know, that's a damn close to 700 points right there. Unique, we've seen it before, we may well see it again. A team that goes on and wins tends to go 16th or worse in the, well, you can't go worse, you go down to 14th or something like that in the next game.
Yeah.
Chicken dinners are very rarely backed up unless you're Optic by another win.
Now, the thing is, I mean, everybody wants to see a hot drop, of course, at home. We want to see that, but it's not going to happen because this is not a secured second place. You have FaZe just behind you. Now, it would be come down between these 3 teams, right? So if you didn't have those number 2 and number 3, which is Optic and FaZe, if they weren't that close to each other, you would probably see a hot drop coming in.
Well, the pressure very much on here for some of these teams because someone's got a nosebleed. So we're just having a small delay. I can tell you it's not Genty. I remember season 2 Genty got one, right?
I think he had it twice.
Yeah, it's not him. I was actually leaning across to see him, and I can see he's still sat there, so it's not him.
Okay, who is it then?
There is some of the wildcard guys I'm missing, so I'm going to guess it's someone from there.
Yeah, probably. It's only Pride sitting there.
I just hope it's not a nosebleed for another reason with wildcard.
He's pointing at something. I don't know what he's pointing at.
It's all of these 3 got bro.
They're all 3. They're so excited. They all 3 got nosebleed at the same time.
I mean, with some of the stuff we've been hearing from Wildcard of late today, I just hope it's not nosebleed for another reason, but for legitimate reasons. So we're just waiting for them to sort out. E-United on your screens right there, right in front of us. There, give us a wave. There we go. We're just off to the right. These guys been having a good bit of banter with them. They've been playing very well throughout. But today, you've got to be thinking of that last round. Maybe they could have sent it. I mean, you think of when Unique went into that gas station, E-United could have gone in there a lot earlier.
Yeah. They could have, but they didn't.
Just saying, guys.
They're looking at us. They're like,
You were there. So why did you leave it? It hard shifted apparently on the gas station, right? So, so the excuses are coming. It's great when it's a one-way conversation because I can control it. So Vegas is saying they were there, they had a 2-2 split, and they actually pulled away from it. I mean, I guess there's been a number of times like that. You think of the situations where they do have 2-2 splits, and sometimes you're like, okay, it's definitely going this way, bam. Because they were central, right? They'd moved to the central point, and then it shifted to the gas station. Hard shifted, I should say, is the exact words from Vegas.
But that's the thing. And sometimes we do see these hardships, so you can't always put your bet on, hey, we'll just go send it.
Sharp shot at the nosebleed. Oh, sharp shot. He's feeling better now. He's feeling better now. Let's not see blood on camera, please. Come on, do we know? We don't need to see him stuffing something up his nose. Really? Do we have to get the camera that close to him?
In before they start zooming in.
I mean, I know we're in 1080p these days, you know, extreme high def, but we don't really need to see someone stuffing toilet roll up their nostrils. I think we could see better things on the camera than that.
The pressure can sharp shot handle it.
Oh, the climax of cutting away just before it went in. But yeah, I mean, the Optic boys on your screen there, we just heard, obviously, Frankie trying to get a bit of love on there for Porosaur, who is the largest proponent representative of North America and will absolutely sing the praises of anyone they can. And they are in second place right now. They are the closest to Team Unique. So really, technically, the closest with a chance.
So the funny part is, if you look at the top three right now, we got CIS in the top, NA on second place, EU on third place. Now, it's pretty fun that we have one from each region up there, and they're all very high up from that, higher up than the fourth and downwards.
And yeah, I mean, obviously, if you think about it, obviously, I think that is the first win for Unique on Erangel, if I'm not mistaken. They've been picking their points up on Miramar. Optic picked all their wins up on Miramar. So, of all the teams there, FaZe of course, are the only team that has picked up wins on Erangel, besides Unique, who just got one a moment ago. I
mean, you mentioned it to me in the green room earlier. Unique always win when we cast.
Yeah.
And Optic always win
when Moses and Rich cast. So sorry, Optic fans out there. We are the deciding factor. Therefore, Unique pick up the win. So GG, we can go home. But looking at Pochinki, actually, this is an interesting one, right? Pochinki has been the home of United, right? This event, or was it Team Ready? I can't remember who's been going there these days.
They've been going back and forth a little bit, I think.
Been back and forward. Yeah. It has kind of flip-flop changed hands. Primorsk is where the Wildcard boys have been going recently. It is a southern spot. I'm trying to think of, outside of Navi, probably who's been successful in going Primorsk and rotating and picking up wins.
I mean, Wildcard won their...
That was on Miramar, man.
Oh, yeah.
Rozhok, that is the home of Optic Gaming. That's where they're going to be dropping, that's for sure. Of course, just to the south of them will also be Dignitas in and around the school area. I'd love to know who was doing the filming there, because I just saw a bike doing a wheelie.
Oh, that bike was with us the whole time.
Yeah, just wheeling off there at the side there. There, of course, is the gigantic GLL Season 3 trophy that is up for grabs. Just 2 games to go, ladies and gentlemen, here on Erangel and in Stockholm to see who will be the winners of the trophy. Will we get a third-time representative from the CIS region? It was Gruby that won Season 1. It was M19 that won Season 2. Will it be Team Unique to win Season 3?
I mean, they are going for it. They are going for it. And we're down to 2 games. It's going to be really exciting to see these ones.
This is an interesting one. Look at Mexi. Look at Mexi. He's really keeping a good eye on Avantgarde in this drop this time. They're not going to get caught out. Of course, the plane route in their favor will give them all the mill to power exactly what they wanted. We also have Envy. They're going to be long dropping down to Sosnovka and Elga Ganton going around the farm area. Everybody else are pretty much sorted because it's a standard plane. You've got to be thinking about the northern teams like Besiktas and maybe Accelerate that are going to go towards Stauber, Kameshki sort of loot paths. Everybody else should be safe.
Yeah, looking from it, it's very standard. Nothing is going to be happening too early here, but look at Team Ready. Now, they haven't really been performing too well. They are in 10th place right now. They could grab themselves a few more placements if they get themselves a win or 2 here.
I mean, it's not too surprising. It is their first LAN event together, right? There's obviously been a lot of talk on Elro and whether he's going to perform, how he's going to do. Did have a tough first few days, but has been picking up the frags of late. And more importantly, while they've not been getting the frags, they have been getting the positional places. Yeah. They've always been snaking it in there, which, you know, is a part of the game. As much as people like to say, oh, they're not getting the kills, the fact is, there's a lot of teams out there that have that snake ability to get themselves in the top 5, and Team Liquid are one of them, and that's been a big part of their game for a long time. So it's not too surprising that we see teams like M19 in Season 2 and Team Ready, etc., that are starting to mimic that playstyle because it's a style that works. A team that has been simply underperforming, there's no doubt about it. NIP, we're in the Stockholm, the home of the Ninjas in Pajamas. And sadly for them, I hate to say, a team that is directly invited to the European PAL League. And rightly so. Obviously, they picking up that decent performance in PGI many months ago now. Yeah. And consistently performing as welcome to South George for a long time of the year. So definitely a worthy invite, but they have massively underperformed at this LAN.
I mean, I think not only me, but a lot of people back at home as well was rooting for NIP that they were going to be doing good in this tournament. This is sort of their last tournament before the PO.
And going back to my point with Team Ready, a team that can snake it, NIP are a team that have been fragging still. They've got the kills, but they are not getting the placement points. That's been the biggest problem. They had a awful first and second day. They have picked it up a little bit today, but it's too late. As you can see, 2,000 points for them. Meanwhile, Optic, of course, they are the team in second place. They have performed very well on Miramar. They've picked themselves up 3 chicken dinners, and Hetra is a big part of that.
I mean, they're also showing us.
We've been performing decently well. Some rough games day 1 for sure, where me personally was like the last person alive. I had to salvage a lot of games. Going into today, feeling pretty good though. We're feeling pretty strong today. 2 more Miramar games. We've been doing really well on those, so hopefully get a win or 2 there. Erangel, we've gone over some videos and refined our strategies, so hopefully get some wins on Erangel too. That'd be good. So United's been doing really well, another NA team, so I'm hoping they do well, even though we'd rather win, but feeling good.
Feeling good. I mean, that sums it up. They have had 3 chicken dinners. That's 3,000 in the bank already. And the second place is certainly going to collect them a fair bit more chunk of change. But can they take that step further? And looking at Hetra, this is an interesting spread, right? He's gone all the way over to Watertown. Valiant, obviously, on the far side as well. The circle has centered in and around this area. This is going to make things interesting because obviously it encompasses the likes of Everest, where NIP are already at. MBS has gone a long way away from his normal spot. So maybe, just maybe, we're going to see some interesting routes. I would say these sort of circles often don't favor FaZe.
Oh, no, they usually don't. I mean, FaZe likes to have their circles on top of them. Some teams doesn't want that because then you know, okay, we get loot quick, we got to get into position, and if you take the wrong position, the circle doesn't end on you, and you need to move. It was a bad choice from before. That will hurt you. Now, FaZe, they usually do good, though, on their own circles when it's on the Milta power.
Play with me, the 4th highest fragger at the moment. Iro trying to get himself a shot, or Elro. We never really know which way we're going with it. But either way, a good tap off back there. One more touch will do it. Can he finish it in the long-range shots? I think the Mini-14s just let him down, but that was so close from Elro.
The thing is, Iro here is in the middle of nowhere. I don't know what he's doing here. Is he rotating on foot?
That's loot. Maybe he's not got a vehicle. That's actually very true, because they have been looting around Gakka. I guess he's not got a vehicle.
But where is he going, though?
Metgun Girl's coming to pick him up right now.
So we see a lot of people, they're rotating into the circle now. And looking at the circle, we do have the river in play. Most of the teams, they will probably go to the south side of the circle, of the river, because it's a bigger part of the map there, or the circle itself.
Well, this is the interesting thing, right? Obviously, the southern edge, you think Besiktas, they're probably going to gatekeep on that little compound, on the bridge compound, as much as they can do. I'm interested in Avangard, whether they're going to rotate early, whether they're going to wait. Maybe take a look at FaZe. Where's he heading?
FaZe is probably going north. They're going to go far north.
Oh, he's picking someone up at the end there, on the edge of Milta.
Yeah, they're probably going far north, just where Accelerate is right now, and they're going to come in from over there towards Severny.
It's a risky run. I reckon they're going to go Potato Hill. That's where they tend to go. And see and look at their plan from there. At the moment, the Ruins area is getting very congested. I feel like we're playing the 32 versus 32 battle once again here as they all start piling into these yellow buildings. You can see EU United have managed to occupy that area. Looks like Elgar Ganton forced it into the Ruins. And don't forget, we also had Optic in Watertown earlier on in Rozhok, so they're going to be coming across soon. Besiktas will be posting up in this compound as expected. It is a very simple compound and pretty much the only one, I think, in the north that will be occupied.
Now, the thing is, yeah, exactly. That we call it cube because it looks like a cube. The thing is that people usually just...
Player names are always so inventive.
Hey, make it simple, right? It's easy to say as well. But the thing is, teams would just... They wouldn't even pass that compound because you know how strong it is. And you will have people there.
Okay, they're picking one up. I thought they were literally trading because it's got the flames on the side. Like, they look like both about to trade down. So
hey, it looks cooler.
It does look cool, that's for sure. Well, I guess if you're 12. But either way, Dignitas had an eye on Valiant, I feel. They've got the 2 players on the hillside in the distance there. Obviously, there's a lot of mounds around, a lot of terrain here. And I think they're actually pushing in and having a peek towards Hetra.
I mean, I don't like that though. You don't want to be playing in the open on the first circle. You might want to push there later, but the first circle, you might want to capitalize yourself a high ground area where you can actually rotate from and save vehicles.
Team Ready looks like they've occupied Everest, and I think that's a spot that NIP would be looking towards. Obviously, it is a spot Liquid love to play themselves. Adam, he catches Samty on the rotate. That's just disaster right there for Team Liquid. Losing one of the main man, the twins driving past, and one of them goes down. Ibiza trying to get a little bit of revenge, but that is just about the worst thing that can happen as a team. No matter where you are in the points, if you lose a player on the phase 1 rotate, it kills you.
Yeah, and also the thing was, Uncivil and Adam, they were here without any vehicles, just waiting for them more or less. They probably know that Liquid, they do rotate from there, and they were like, all right, let's grab ourselves some points. But look at this.
NIP, they have gone up to Everest. That's surprising me. So they're feeling the challenge. I mean, it's a bloody huge mountain. Certainly you can challenge one another, but Gaxi and Vard choosing to back away from this one. Red Diamonds, meanwhile, have took the Harry Potter. That's actually to the north of Everest as well. Looks like NIP choosing to back away. They're going to go down to the yellows. It looks like on the side there, which is probably more central. I think they were trying to go for that 2-2, and it's just too risky.
Yeah, look, you do see Knights actually coming in on the north side as well.
That is a big swing from the Knights to go all the way up that way. We saw it accelerate just above them as well. Of course, they're coming from Kamesh Gestalba, so expected that they're becoming this route. But yeah, the Knights, of course, who do start in around the Mansion Prison area on that widespread loot, taking a, I'm going to guess, an edge strategy maybe here because they are coming in so late. They certainly don't want to push too close and go over the river at this stage.
The thing is, if the next circle shifts up to the north, it's going to be a bloodbath coming on.
Oh, that is a beautiful crate. Absolutely what everyone would want, but I don't think anyone's going to get it. It's south of the Knights. There's nobody else passing this way, so it's a crate that's going to be missed. FaceClan did come in. They did come over to the north of Potato Hill in towards Dignitas on the back side of them. Dignitas on that wide 2-2 split. It's not even a 2-2 split that can back each other up, which is what we always talk about, right?
Yeah.
You go for these 2-2s, you back each other up. But look how far apart they are. That is a gulf between the two.
The thing was, last game, they played together. That went perfectly. Now they're doing this 2-2 split again, which they've done earlier in the finals there, and it hasn't worked out any time when they've done that.
I mean, the way I understand why they're doing it, because it's a big north-south, and sure, it gives you decent real estate. But as it stands, the team can't join each other because there's so much between them. You've got E United here, of course, who have eyes on El Gigant. In fact, as soon as you stand still, you're dead. But I doubt if he will. It's you're almost second nature to jiggle your... Oh, my God. Okay. You don't even need to stand still when Vegas is in town.
That was just a crazy nutty shot there. Did you see Hugstar?
Yeah, Hugstar trying to get a peek on him, but didn't have any sight at all on the AK there as he tries to get a spray down. And Vegas just backs away. He's like, yep, I landed that. Let's go back away. They thought about looking to get back up. You can see Taylor J and Geist came to support him, but not really worth risking it with still the 16 teams alive. Very much open. Look down the south. Envious coming in, obviously late from Sosnovka, very close to Avangard. Avangard, of course, they've got this big open fields area behind them, so very much will be visible if Envy just decide to try and pile across the fields.
Oh, he parked the car behind the shack as well, so Envy, they won't actually see it. So they might just go straight towards Asver in there.
Trading back and forward, Wildcard and Team Ready, shooting way up into the hills on the top of Everest. Some very long-range shots. The circle looks like it goes Watertown, Rozhok Center, I think, if we'll get an angle on it as Asrun takes a couple of shots. Team Unique are also going to have to get a move on here. They've gone for those two very strong compounds, by the way, these two compounds, if in play, but I feel they are not. Hopefully we'll get a map view in a second to see exactly where it centers. It is going to be in and around where sort of that triumvirate where Liquid, E United, and Dignitas, and it's a really rough territory. Remember last time we finished in the circle, or certainly the last time we had a massive highlight play was when FaZe Clan had that epic 2v4 against Optic.
Yeah, I mean, that went their way that time, but can they do it again, though?
I mean, it's a long way to go. We're not saying it's centering there. And of course, Liquid are on the edge of Pachinki in the church. Meanwhile, in the distance, you can see lots of shots going off. Team Unique, the #1 team at the moment, 700 points ahead of everyone else. Taking shots onto Pat Caps. He's crashing through. And I think they're going to pull in. They're pulling on. And it's going to be Mr. Patar. He's going to try and bash away from this one in the buggy. Don't think he'll get shot in the back. He should be safe. Wildcard, meanwhile, in the distance, also catching on the hillside. And Avangard also desperately trying to rev away from this one. Looks like Asran's been caught out without his vehicle.
Yeah, it looks like he had his vehicle before. I don't know where he put it.
2 miles coming.
Oh.
Did he not see him? He had to have seen him. He had to have seen him, and he's getting lit up, that's for sure. Now Asran's put himself in danger, and he will get down by Pride.
I think he was waiting. He wanted 2 miles to stop next to him because then he would be an easier target to actually just shoot.
So let's have a look around. Liquid scouting for another position, but there really isn't anything available. I think James was trying to look at the compound that E United were already in. Remember, they lost Samti earlier on as well. FaZe Clan, they've gone to a fairly standard compound that they've held before. They haven't gone to the left one at the moment. They've gone to the one that's just outside of school, the south of school, effectively. Everyone knows that compound. I'm sure it's got a number of names.
I'm surprised after 40 minutes, we still have 62 people alive. Everyone's playing this really safe right now. Everyone wants to keep their teammates up for the late game.
The Knights, of course, were up in the north. They are heading down south. FaZe Clan extending out the 2-2, sitting in and around the hill edge. It's pretty much the perfect setup for them. They've held this ground a number of times. It does keep your vehicles fairly safe as well. You can see Accelerate to the north, Dignitas to the west. I don't think anyone is over to the east of them around school area. No, that's safe. Team Unique, we saw them holding this compound earlier on. Of course, they got Envy that did push in. But it is a very strong compound. It is this giant line of sight all around you. So if anyone tries to approach, they're going to get shot.
Yeah, you had Wildcard over them as well. But I want to take a talk about FaZe and their 2-2 split there. I think that's a really good split. They have 2 guys in the compound, 2 guys northwest outside on the ridge there. Now, that ridge is the biggest danger for this compound.
And speaking of it, to the south of them, Wildcard are actually rotating. Wildcard have decided that hillside position is not really where they want to be. And this could be a compound they might head towards. They're certainly going to be in the hillside to the south, unless they go for a far rotation. Caden actually finding a shot there, standing the #1 fragger in the game so far. 32 kills for that man. Way ahead of anyone else after that last matchup, and proving just why they are one of the best teams representing the CIS region right now.
Look at this Wildcard. You have Knights down by the shacks there. I think they're hearing some vehicles, but it looks like they're taking some shots from down below as well.
I think FaZe Clan probably looking towards Wildcard's rotate. Going to be pulling away from this one. FaZe Clan absolutely do see Wildcard on the ridgeline, as expected. Not too happy about someone pressuring them. For his face shouting out his door, "Get off my land!" I'm not sure if Swedes shout that.
Look at Look at Optic split here, though. They have 2 in the north, and then 2 guys split up in Watertown right now. You might be a little bit greedy, but usually people don't want to go Watertown. So they have 2 people in the compound where they think people want to go to, but it's a little bit too close to the river that is on the north side right now. So I don't think anyone will be crushing them, and they will be joining up in the next circle no matter where it goes.
Is Valiant still looting down there?
Hey, why not? Take your time. No one's coming.
I might as well have a look around. I need a few more meds. Collect himself. Knights are on the move. Ooh. The circle centers up. And, of course, that goes right in the hands of Dignitas, who hold that central point. Now, they had this wide 2-2 split earlier on. They have closed the gap a little bit, and they can support each other. The Knights look like they're going to be the ones to try and push for one of these ridge lines. They have Voxic in the school at the moment, which is outside. He's just giving the scout coverage. They're going to be pushing straight on the backside of Accelerate, but they found themselves a ditch. It is a safe one. Liquid sending it as well. They're going to find themselves another ditch. So a lot of these teams looking for just little nooks and crannies to hide the vehicles.
Now, Dignitas, they moved away from the center of the circle there, and they're joining up the other 2 on the edge. Smart move, because if you stay on the in the center here, you're going to get shot from all around you. And they're going to try to just force their way in later on instead. And looking at Optic, they're going to take Watertown. Now, we know that next circle will be trying to push out all the water, so you might want to be wanting to push in a little bit further right now.
And the Knights will go up on the ridge. Wildcard coming behind them. Kickstart. No, he's going to push away, blast away from there. Mex has been downed by Adam. Of course, they were peaking on that ridge line. It's to be expected that you will occasionally lose your head. You peak a little too far. One Silver might find him in the smoke here. That would be a catastrophe. Uber will get him back on his feet, though. Meanwhile, Avangard have just wiped out Red Diamonds. Don't know what happened. It must have been in the rotate there, but they have just been obliterated instantly. Vac down again. Second time. This time Team Ready moving into the ruins. Besiktas also there. A lot of teams close together on this ruins area. Looking down south. Look at Unique. They took a long rotate. Aduzi and Play With Me, along with Standing, all in that vehicle as well as they pass on by. MBS going to try and spray them down. It would be disastrous if Team Unique went down early, or certainly not for everyone else, but it would make things very entertaining. Aduzi looks like he's lost his vehicle. He's had to bail. The rest of the guys have got off, but they're going towards the ruins where we already saw that pile of players.
Now, yeah, if they don't get the hard shift to the west next time, it's going to be really rough for him. Look at Mr. Batir. He's up in the north right now. So he's taking another route. It looks like they're just going to try to secure themselves some placement points instead of playing for the wins now.
Aduzi very much separated from his team, but look at the support coming in. I think it was Standing. They just absolutely battered Vard and MBS there, forcing them to keep their cover. Gaxi trying to flank around and get a vision on Aduzi, but he's using that smoke to his good advantage. A very experienced player, ex-Battlefield veteran from many years gone by, used to stand in for Fnatic a couple of times back in the old Battlefield days as well. So very experienced veteran player. Pride, meanwhile, has found Texas on the other side, the eastern side of the circle. Of course, we did see them going in towards the school area and then the Rozhok water tower area. And at the moment, they are going to get picked off. Aduzi's actually got Gaxi down. This trade has gone in his favor.
I mean, Ward is coming here for the rescue.
Oh, NIP is surrounding. Look at this. MBS, Vard, they're all coming in and around to try and help out. There's a molly going out. Oh, did it land on him? No. He's crawled away from it in time. And I think Vard should get the res off here. But Aduzi is still looking. That nade hits him, though. Yeah,
the circle is pushing in right now as well. And this is the third circle. It's going to start hurting you.
Unique going to try and perform. Mr. Patir is coming in a buggy. That is insane. What are you thinking? He's trying to push onto Miraku. Miraku looks around the side. Aduzi finds Vard. Can't finish him off, though. The blue on their backs. Gaxi with nothing to stand on. Miraku gets a peek around. He gets tagged up. NIP just going to push from every angle. Unique are taking the fight to them.
This is, I don't know. What is NIP doing right now? They need to knock someone. They're not finding anyone. Miracle looks like he's going to get backstabbed here.
He's going to have to drop off, and he does. Has to get around from that one. NIP do get the players back on their feet, though. But, of course, they are in all sorts of trouble. They're just getting surrounded at the moment. They're still all fighting in the blue. This is phase 4 blue. Miraku finally gets Aduzi down. He's caused so many problems for them. They lost Vard in the process. Trying to heal up. Now they lose Play With Me. This is a disaster for Team Unique suddenly. MBS on the flank sees Mr. Patir. Can't quite land the shots. But if they go down in 15th place, it would be horrific. And it would be a massive bonus for everybody chasing. The mollies go out. The grenades go out. That's going to go past. Miraku doesn't quite catch him. He's getting the information from Aduzi on the side here. Standing tries to push around. Miraku will finish him off. MBS trying to get the spray through the smoke. The nade lands onto Mr. Patir. What is going on? NIP but could be gifting points to Optic and FaZe Clan right here.
Unique, you're down to one player right now, or two.
Standing gets MBS down. He's going to get that molly out. That's going to catch towards him. Gaxi was coming close, but the molly falls short. Play With Me and Standing flank either side. Miraku's going to be the linchpin. He's going to get close by. Standing goes for the peak, tries to get the spray around the corner. Knows he goes for it. Looks back towards it. Looks for a nade. Can't see anything. Play With Me on the flank. Gets around the side. Miraku can't get the spray down. Gaxi gets Standing down. Play With Me, the last man standing for Team Unique here. They have to pull away and think of the points.
But Miraku's the last one for NIP as well, so it's 1 versus 1 right now. And the circle is pushing here as well.
And Miraku's going to move. He has to get out of there. The phase 4 circle will absolutely kill him right now. You can see he's chunking down. Play With Me in all sorts of trouble. Miraku getting out of the play zone. He's going to get taken down. Standing gets up. Play With Me in the end. The last man standing as NIP are eliminated in 15th. But Play With Me, the solo man, has to go looking for a point spot.
I mean, he got to go through Elgiganten. They were just waiting for him out there.
Meanwhile, Liquid and Team Ready engaging Optic third party and Liquid in the back there. They're getting picked off left, right, and center. Genti and Ibiza both down. FaZe looking for a frag from Avangard on the hillside as FuzzFace tries to push up there. Meanwhile, the Knights are getting disintegrated by Dignitas. Mexi and FuzzFace get involved. Drayden also goes down. The Knights are in all sorts of trouble.
Knights, they are out. They are out from this game, and they get 14th place. FaZe, they are trying to get more points here. They need to do something. They're on 3rd place right now.
Desks are taking punishment here at GLL as the Knights go down in 14th place. But this feeds into Team Unique. That every position that goes down gives them another 10 points, and it keeps on accumulating. So as long as Play With Me can keep himself alive, it is great for them. They have a 700-plus point lead, and they've got to be so nervous. I really don't question the play. Remember, I understand it. The CIS aggression. Deegs sees him. Deegs is taking shots on him. He's in all sorts of trouble. Tucked himself behind there. This is phase 4 circling. It's getting close to bumping on phase 5. Meanwhile, Hugster getting picked off by Besiktas. That's in the ruins, of course, and it's Elga Gansen that are gatekeeping him so far.
That might help Play With Me, but at the same time, he's running straight towards Besiktas right now.
What meds does he have left? He can't have much. He's been out there for so long. You can see he's
I think he's out of meds.
I think he's out of meds. I think he's got to run for it. Play With Me trying to get out of the zone. Will get just inside. Is it going to be enough? Tomil, does he see him? I'm not too sure. Elga Gansen certainly do, but they're getting lit up. Deegs get down by Lux, and Play With Me is safe. He's pushing up onto Besiktas.
He does hear the shots, so he knows that Besiktas is right there. Elga Gansen, they know where Play With Me is.
E-United down in Savage as well. They're looking towards him. Play With Me once again. Oh, the play zone's on him. He's got to move. The play zone's battering him. He's got to keep on going. It's going to get one more tick, and he gets just inside the circle. Centers again.
He's medic right now, so he has at least one first aid from the look of it.
Bandages. Bandages is all he's got, and that's going to be all he's going to be able to live with, but it's enough. It's keeping the positions going. Elga Gansen that were gatekeeping, they're down to 1 as well.
Besiktas, they had no idea that he is over there, and they're trying to move in right now. That might be huge for him.
Look at the circle there. Let's start taking stock. Team ready. Absolutely fantastic position. This is a really tough circle. Optic actually, who are sitting in 2nd place, probably have the best position if they can deal with Besiktas, because there's a lot of ridge lines, a lot of hill lines that will give them the cover that they need, because most people now will be looking on foot.
The problem with Team Red's position is that they might get shot from all around them, because they are center where everybody will be looking.
Besiktas taking a peek around the side there. Bahawaka trying to get as much as he can. Valiant heals himself up. Besiktas, they are not going to be looking behind him. They will not be keeping any eye on Play With Me at all. They're going to be expecting that blue zone to be safe territory. However, Hypok, who's got himself this AWM in hand, will certainly be looking that well. Kaden down by the nade from Max Iser. It is close range combat for these guys, but Avangard going to back away.
I mean, they need one of these teams needs to win this fight.
Face's gonna send it. Mexi's gone in towards the middle. Uber's going as well. First Face, they're all blasted. You can see them on the minimap. They're gonna try and fight for position, and they get very close to James's position, but they're gonna set up a vehicle compound, which will be prime for them, and this little ditch. Nicely done. They sent it. They timed it well. Meanwhile, Avangard and Envy behind them, to the south of them, are continuing to fight.
Team Red is taking a lot of shots here towards FaZe as well, and that just reveals their position. And a lot of more teams will just be looking towards them.
Envious, who were, of course, in 4th place coming into this, are getting peppered. Venerated, oh, he's going straight into FaZe round. Fuzzface has been down, and I think he's going to get finished off here. Don't think he's going to be able to crawl away from that smoke. Venerated down. Vegas catches him. It's all going to be on Pat Caps in the background. Interrogate will go down to the play zone, and they're all trying to crawl in. FaZe dropping all the smoke. There's a crate drops right in front of us.
That crate might be just the best play right now. If you have a US, you can go for that. Use that as cover. Build something with your US and the crate.
12 teams remaining. As Play With Me still sitting alive. E-United very close to him. Don't know if they realize he's there. Venerated does get down once again. Packat's going to be reviving him again if he can. Meanwhile, Optic peek over the top. They get Wildcard down, doing a lot of damage, but Ultra backstabs them. Valiant and Hetra both down from Lux.
I mean, looks like Optic is losing this fight right now. They need to win this against Besiktas to have a chance, because this is going to end one or the other. But look at Play With Me. He's just behind them.
Optic completely surrounded. Avangard will go down. Pistola time and Mexi picking up the kills there as they go out in 12th place. And this all continues to play in the hands of Play With Me, who was in danger of going down in 15th. Oh, the circle hard shifts to FaZe Clan. Patcaps tries to send it for Envious. They're going to be looking for the frag there. He's spinning. He's going down. Meanwhile, he will drop out in 11th place, continuing. It is still more points going the way of Play With Me. Every time someone goes down, it works in their favor.
And no one is finding him right now. He is on the edge between United and Besiktas.
All he had was bandages when we left last time. He's got no vest. He's got no helmet. He's only got his 4 bandages, but that's all he needs to stay alive. He's been defended by United and Besiktas.
He's just waiting for everyone to kill each other because this circle is probably the best one for him.
6 kills so far for FaZe Clan. Fuzzface, he was already in trouble, gets down. Look at this, Besiktas. They're right on top of Taylor J. Going to try and push over the top there. Looks will get guys down, and Nate goes back, gets Tomo down, gets a peek over the top. Doesn't quite work out for him. Looks will get down on Taylor J, but Vegas from distance gets the peek out. Meanwhile, Taylor J just sits and watches.
Oh, he's going to go for the kills.
He's going to pick the kills. This is massive kills. These are massive. Oh, my word. Taylor J. Wow. Play with me. Just picked up, I think, 7 kills there. I think he's up to 7 kills. That is huge for Team Unique.
And Optic is fighting Wildcard still. So they're not paying attention to the West at all. It's only Taylor J over there.
FaZe Clan wipe out. The rest of United looks in there as well. And that has just worked so well for them. United down in 9th place. That's 100 points and counting. And this is continuing to work so well for Team Unique. They have so many points already racked up while they lost so many players in that crazy battle early on. It's looking great for them now.
FaZe, they have so much map control. Being more or less the only team in the south side there, they can just hold everyone out.
Dignitas with the double nade. Squeaky and Rustamar going down. Squeaky tosses a nade back in return. Purdy Cuddy will go down. Squeaky gets a second there as well as he tries to get across. And now FaZe Clan trying to benefit from anything they can. It is all about chasing the frags for FaZe Clan. They need everything they can get as Dignitas engage in the north.
It's all about FaZe versus Optic. Who's going to get most points?
James gets found out. Liquid goes down, and it continues in Play With Me's favor as Accelerate go down in 6th. It's now a top 5 place for Team Unique. They have to find him.
I mean, he was going to be one of the first teams to go out there. It looked really bad. But look at it. Top 5. He's going to accumulate even more points, securing that victory for them.
The Snake is strong with Play With Me. He had no vest. He had no helmet. He had 4 bandages left. He picked up a hatful of kills, benefiting from teams really not looking behind them. And who would? Who would look behind you at phase 5, phase 6? You don't expect someone coming out of the blue then.
No, of course not. But at the same time, when he killed Besiktas, he might have gone for their loot. He might have a lot of meds now again.
He might be able to backstab 8C here, you know. Look at the side. Look at the position he has. He's just above the backside of Team Ready. Team Ready still sitting in the middle. I really haven't been engaging, and why is he so? Because as soon as they pop up, they're going to get their heads taken off. Optic pushing for it, though. Valiant with the Vector, going over the side there, tries to get the spray down on Sybil. Does manage to land it. It's a Bahawaka in the end that manages to get the headshot. As the rest of Optic go over, Bahawaka finishes and flushes that kill. 6 points, kills and counting for Optic, as FaZe Clan still hunt for these frags.
It's down to 1 guy here. It's only Adam. They're looking for him.
Next circle comes up. FaZe Clan are very much centered up on that one. Dignitas will get eliminated in 5th place. Mex's nade comes in, finds a beautiful death. Play With Me still in the northern side. Now Valiant looking towards coming around, but Play With Me is basically, if anything, I see a 2nd place finish here for Team Unique.
If he keeps on going like this, he's going to get 2nd place for sure. Might even catch the win, the chicken dinner.
Well, would not be amazing. Valiant going looking. Team Ready. Finally, he's decided to stand up. Mecklenburg will flush out Valiant. Oh, really? Because he got taken straight down. Bahawaka coming in support. There's a nade from Mexi going right on top. Will it bounce in prime? Oh, my word. Mexi finds Valiant, and Uber catches a beautiful death at the same time. FaZe Clan, they're definitely chasing it for the frags, and almost certainly will pick up the chicken dinner here. But the question is, will it matter when Team Unique still have Play With Me alive?
The thing is, if Mexi and AC kill Team Ready and Optic, Play With Me will just third party that straight away. He might get himself 1 knock and then find the other one straight after.
The thing is, he's already up to around about 400 points by my calculations, because they've got about 7 or 8 kills as well. So Play With Me, while it was an incredible, crazy decision to engage. Bahawaka, is he just going to try and flick it out?
So you can't attack it.
Well, Mecklenburg goes down. Uber's going to pick that kill up. It's going to be the 12th kill and counting, as FaZe Clan are hungry for it. But unfortunately for them, it is not going in their favor. While they may well be picking up at the chicken dinner the 400 points and all the kills that go with it, they need more. Mexi has got to realize it. There's something behind him. Sixmo finds Bahawaka. That's a frag taken away from FaZe Clan. Sixmo gets into the top 3. And as we mentioned, Optic now down in 3rd. Sixmo looks for it, gets Mexi down. Play Me Me's going for it. Play Me down to 8C. Gets another knock in there. Looks towards Sixmo. Can't see him. The hill's going to block it, but he's surely got an angle on Uber.
Uber, though, he should have the information. He heard the shots. He knows where Play With Me is.
Uber, the last man standing. Mexi gets down. Finished off by... Mexi is actually got back on his feet. It's all lie. Mexi's back on his feet. Doesn't matter. Gets down. Play With Me finds 8C. And now Uber with Sixmo and Play With Me. It's a 1v1v1. We've been in this situation before.
This is it.
But this could be literally a championship winning moment for Team Unique if they can take down FaZe Clan here.
I mean, look at it. Uba, he's playing it really safe right now. He got the circle. He knows both of the others are on the north side, and they need to clash. Uba is just going to wait, and he's going to try to take out the one who survives this fight.
Play With Me. 8 kills for Unique. 6 for Play With Me. Stabbed E United and Besiktas as they clash. Played it so well. Still just the 4 bandages. Has yet to be able to pick anything else up. But at this stage, does he really need it?
No one wants to stand up right now. Everyone just want to wait for the circle to come in.
Sixmo has to move, but he should be safe. He's got enough distance to crawl. Uba looking to the left, looking to the right. He knows where Play With Me is roughly. They've had an engagement with obviously 8C and Mexi being taken down on that hillside. Played it so well. Level 3 helmet for Sixmo here, and a vest, I believe, as well. So very much geared up. The question is, can he take the shots and Play With Me? He's got to be playing with so much adrenaline pumping through his veins right now.
I mean, he have played the game perfectly. He almost went down to the zone. He wiped NIP, and he wiped a few other teams.
Nade tossed out, almost hopeful, I think, if anything, from Uber there, just trying to draw attention. He has pretty much the central point, so it's down to Play With Me and Sixmo to move towards him. Uber, though, looks like he's getting a little impatient. He's hunting. He's looking for that frag. Maybe sees Play With Me. He does. Gets an angle on him. Play With Me. He needs to go down in third, and he will. Unique go down in third. A smallest, slimmest of lifelines for FaZe. That is around about, I think, 300 points, I believe, for them, along with the 8 kills as well that they had. So it is a massive points haul no matter what for Team Unique. Sixmo looking for it. FaZe Clan absolutely have to win this if they want a chance in the last game, and they have to have a mega performance in that last game.
I mean, Sixmo, he heard the shots. He knows where Uba is. He's going for the nade here.
Toss it out. He's got the rock. He's safe. The question is, Uba, obviously one of the new men, and by far one of the best players in the world, up against Sixmo, with a lot to prove for Team Ready here, who will be going off to Minsk on the plane, most likely tomorrow, I'm guessing, to set themselves up early.
Team Ready, they're looking for the first chicken dinner in this finals.
That's aggression. He's hopped up on the rock. He really wants to find it, but Uba's staying low. He knows that Sixmo's going to move. He knows that he has the ridge line. Uba doesn't need to go looking for this frag. He just needs to let Sixmo come to him.
Looks like Uba is not even going to try to heal up. He's waiting for Sixmo to come.
It's a risky play. Sixmo, remember, he's got level 3 gear. He's a tank in motion as he moves forward, but the play zone will shrink in. He's got to make sure he doesn't get a tick of that play zone in his back, because it doesn't matter what you're wearing, it will cost you. Uba watches the ridge line, looks for the silhouette, waiting for something to appear over the top, but Sixmo may well find the snake in the grass. You've got to assume he's dropped the backpack, goes for the peak, looks over the ridgeline, can't quite see him. Sixmo still looking. Uba starts to get a little tense and edgy. Sixmo continues to flank around. He knows he's on the left, knows he's on the right. I think Uba's got a little glimpse of the helmet there as Sixmo peeks, checks the back behind him, checks whether the blue's on his back. Uba sees him, Uba spots him, but can he land the frags? No! Sixmo takes it! Team Ready pick up the chicken dinner, and that may be enough to hand Team Unique the title.
I mean, I don't know. FaZe got a lot of kills. They got second place. It's still something to work with, but it's all going to come down to Play With Me. He played that so well from the start, being all alone more or less.
From a potential 15th place, they finished third.
And he had no armor.
Nothing.
No armor, no helmet, no meds. Almost died to the blue.
They got by with a little help from their friends. Alga Ganton had them gate kept. They got shot in the back by E United. Then they pushed up on Besiktas. E United got involved again. E United may well have just been the team that handed Unique the title. They got involved with so many fights that basically gave him a lifeline to just snake his way in behind everyone.
I mean, everything went play with me's way. Nothing went against him, more or less. It was down to the last. If Uber didn't find him as well, he could have gotten the chicken dinner.
Speaking of chicken dinners, we should obviously celebrate the fact that Team Ready have picked up their first chicken dinner. They've been snaking it. I'll admit it, and I talked about it before the start of this. Obviously, we highlighted them, the fact that they have been snaking it in there, just like M19 did. Obviously, they went and win the Season 2 finals. You know, they've got to be looking ahead as well as picking up the $1,000 here. They're looking towards mints. And as Skoon pointed out, I think earlier on in the desk, you know, they want to get that confidence play. Picking up a win here at GLL Season 3 definitely will give them that confidence. Let's see what they've got to say with Dave.
Yo, what's going on? I'm with Sixmo and Ira from Team Ready. Team Ready, and they are ready for some more chicken dinners. We got one more game to go. Yeah. First chicken dinner of the event, day 3. How does it feel to get that chicken?
It's really good. We had 2 bad days, like we didn't get what we wanted. We had to play passive and snake all the matches, and then this win is really good for us. Like we were down in the placements like 10, 11 or something, and now we're climbing our way up back there, so we're happy.
Yeah, in 10th place. You were in 10th place before this game with that chicken dinner, and some of those kills definitely boost you guys up a little more. Going into the last game, one more game to go. Yeah. Are you guys feeling heated up, pumped up, maybe getting another chicken?
Exactly. Yeah, we're good.
Hey, just warmed up, just getting warmed up. So this is Sixmo. Yep. I got to ask you, we were down to the 1v1. You were behind the rock. Yep. A couple of the analysts back there were like thinking, Sixmo's looking a little nervous. Well, can you kind of break it down?
Yeah, I was nervous, but I was in the middle of the center circle, so I just peeked over and killed him.
And how important or how big of a factor did that level 3 helmet and vest play in that final?
In the last one we won? Yeah, I don't remember.
You don't know, but even if you were hit or not hit, I mean, how major of a role does having level 3 come into play?
It's big.
It's big. All right, hey, so you guys are from Turkey. Any shout outs to your fans over there in Turkey?
Well, I just want to say couple of things to those people, like to everyone that supported me, thank you, and to everyone who thinks I'm cheating, I'm not.
Whoa, he's not cheating. We're out of land. You guys just got to win.
We just charged up the iPad, so that's why we won.
Whoa, get the iPads. All right, let's go to the desk. We'll go to the referees and make sure those iPads are locked out or whatnot. But hey, Frankie at the desk, let's see what you got.
Team Ready, they're going to be saying teşekkür to Sixmo. That's thank you in Turkish. That is one language apparently I do know some of, because what a performance at the end. How that boy held his nerve against the mighty Uber, I will never know. And we can officially say, Team Ready, my friends, you are land proven, and prove yourselves indeed you did. But Team Unique, they might have come second, but who would have thought that Play With Me would last so long and still frag out like that, Toffees?
You know, and it was not only just that they did it, but the way that they did it. Like, they went, and I'm going to give them a lot of props on this. They got in a fight with Ninjas in Pajamas, and there was a knock. I think it was, I forgot what, yeah, Doozy got knocked, right? And typically, when you're that far ahead, you just leave him behind, you rotate out, and you save as many as you can to sort of lock in the tournament. Those guys jumped in their car and they rushed to his aid and ended up in a very close fight against Ninjas in Pajamas for 15th place. Yeah. That could have cost them insane. But these guys are so confident in their skill, they're such strong players that they took the fight. So regardless of how this goes the rest of the day, I am not only impressed, but excited for the future of Unique.
Yeah, like you said, I think normally the winners of each tournament on the last 2 rounds, they tend to play safe. Yep. They tend to play scared whenever one of them gets knocked. I've experienced that in the past.
Yeah, I've seen you play scared before.
Yeah. We tend to, it's chokes. It's normally the winners choke
you
on the last
kind of
day.
Salvage it,
yeah, exactly. But Team Unique, nothing there. They straight on, won a fight, constantly play with me. Even when he saw Besiktas at the end, near the end of the game, a lot of people would just hold back and just get those extra placements. He saw 2 kills, boom, boom, wiped, and then he managed to get a top.
He went after FaZe, he got a knock there. I mean, if you're a fan of soccer, you know that like the temptation is always to play defense, but the second you do it, you give up your advantage. So, super cool.
I did not expect them to get a 3rd place there.
No.
Play With Me played it absolutely by the book.
They should have done 15th.
They should have gotten 14th, 15th, whatever, outside the top, but I think also kind of the elevation, the riches and everything really helped him out. We saw the observers checked in on him a few times where it's like he was in like a perfect bunker of just natural cover 2 times, where he didn't have to worry about anything. And Besiktas, who was kind of covering for him, they were playing very aggressively towards, like, with the backs of the circle, not worrying about him because they didn't hear anything. But he played extremely well, really clutched it in the nip battle, clutched it again, Besiktas, and then took down one of the face guys that was trying to rest. I believe it was Mexi that was being rested by 8C, and then really turned it around there.
And Faye's actually turning it around as well, because we did have predictions for them going into this. They haven't had the best couple of days, really. Day 1 was absolute fire. Were you pleased to see them taking more chances there?
I mean, they started this day pretty rough. They had a rough couple of games this last championship Saturday, but this last 2 games we see like they're a bit more hungry. They want to win. It's unfortunately for them the Unique actually ended up top 3, so now it's going to be almost it's impossible for them to win. But I'm happy that they proved themselves and proving with what they started with in the first 2 days with their aggression and getting a lot of kills, because they ended up with 13 kills, second place.
Yeah. And also Optic, gotta give it to them as well. I mean, them being extremely consistent throughout today, and I'm really happy for these guys. Obviously, they have announced it's the last tournament with Optic, but going into NPL, and I mean, their performance so far would suggest that they're going to come far. They're going to go big. You missed on my sights and optics joke earlier, but I really hope for these guys that they're going to find a fantastic org for them to support them in the future.
And go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think he missed it because it wasn't a joke, to be honest, Avenger. Jokes are funny. Anyway, Toff, what you were saying.
I was going to say, like,
it was pun.
It was a solid pun. It made me proud as the pun daddy, if you will. That said, though, I think the real value here is, remember, the last game, it's not like it doesn't matter. There's $1,000 on the line. I mean, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of ramen noodles.
Potentially as well. We're talking climbing ranks.
Yes.
We're talking thousands of dollars between 6th, 5th, 7th place as well. $2,000 to the next jump. So still, from that 3rd to 7th spot, there's still a lot of money on the line for the rest of the teams.
Make the 1,000, and of course, this is the last international land. This is a very big deal. The best teams in the world are sitting in this room. It's the hardest land we've been to. You see, even the team that was sort of being laughed at a little bit ends up winning a chicken dinner. These guys are ballers. So there's a lot of bragging rights that go into winning these games.
There is indeed. Now, Avenger, I want you to attack that board, because I believe you've got something to show us from that last match.
Well, not really, but...
not really? Okay, well, if not, that's absolutely fine. Keep your fingers clean, because actually I wanted to ask you a bit of a layman's question, because usually I'm not used to seeing teams getting that aggressive, the kill feed filling up, until maybe the 5th, 6th circle. But actually the 4th phase there was getting very bloody indeed. Everywhere I looked on that map view, map.gll.gg, people were fighting. And why were they fighting so early, Avenger?
I mean, for the circle, we had the 3rd phase, like around the river, Watertown, everything. Especially, I think it lit up a bit before, because you have that kind of mountain in the middle, and you're kind of fighting for position for that. We saw multiple teams in the south, they're kind of etching their way in, but the problem with being in the south, where you have the big mountain in the middle, is that there's a lot of open ground. So we saw a lot of teams kind of push into positions where they were ready to get into, because the 4th circle is going to jump away from water, so they knew that it was going to go south. So they're kind of waiting for where it's going to jump afterwards, and they want to be in a good position for the next circles.
Yeah, I mean, and in that specific circle, the best landmarks is either in the north on the big hill or in the south. Those are the 2 best ones. So that's why we probably saw a lot of teams fighting, because they had not acknowledged that, and there was a lot of fights on the south side, and there was a lot of fights on the north on this 4th circle. And something I want to credit is Team Ready. I spoke to Iro yesterday, and he was a little bit disappointed on the results, but at the same time he said, like, we're the 7th NA team coming into this, and we're playing against the top EU teams, the top CIS teams. They didn't really have huge expectations, but to get a good LAN experience for them in this tournament. And I'm glad that they actually got a win and feel comfortable going forward.
With good positioning, too.
And we also have to give a shout out to the Team Ready fans, because they've been lighting up Twitch chat with those emotes. And don't forget, you can now light up Twitch chat with these beautiful faces if you subscribe to the channel, because we managed to unlock some emotes earlier. Now, they're not displayed on the screen just yet. Some of them are the OG emotes. Oh, you can see, actually, your face has been added to
there it is. Look at that. Look at that.
I just didn't recognize
the
without the
high school killer face.
That's actually my driver's license photo.
Oh, it's beautiful. You look at least 20 years younger.
When the woman took it, I chuckled, because I was like, clearly they won't use this, and she goes, you know what, that's too good, and just sent it through. So like it's on my license.
She
for the next 15
condemned
years.
you to 15
Yeah,
years.
she got me.
You've got a party trick now. You'll never be lost for words in an awkward social situation. Now let's get to the leaderboard because, as we know, Team Ready taking that chicken dinner, but not enough frags to stay at the top because
that's wrong.
What
that's
a
wrong.
round
Yeah,
for FaZe.
That's wrong.
I was going to say, what?
That's 22 kills.
Congratulations, FaZe. Sick plays. No, I don't. Is it wrong though? Because it's
yeah, they had 13, around 13 when it was a 1v1.
Try to do some maths. You know what? Let's move on from that scoreboard. Let's actually look at the leaderboard because we're
and the
pretty
next one
sure
might also be wrong, right?
Might have done it. They
are
well. 600, nearly 600 points ahead of FaZe Clan.
Oh, and
that
look
is
at
huge.
Optic as well, nearly 1,000 points lead to Envy.
Jeez.
The thing is here, are we gonna see FaZe do something funny and kind of risk second place to Optic? And then maybe, you know,
they can still win the tournament.
We're okay, so the
it's not over. I thought it would be over. I thought like this is going to be a 900-point lead, but this is a 700-point lead.
And we're talking, we've seen LAN events where Cloud9 had a win with, you know, 23-something kills, and that's 800+ points.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if you knock them out fast, Unique's off the table.
Yeah.
You could do it. Now, the wrench in the system is Optic and FaZe Clan have there's a $10,000 difference, right, between second and third.
Yeah.
So the question is, are you willing
to throw away
the cash? Optic is losing their organization, so that could be what they need to fund the next couple of months here.
Yeah. We don't know exactly if the points are correct because the game of 22 kills of FaZe, that could be the leaderboard could be FaZe could be actually third place and Optic second. We don't know exactly.
Let's just say it's wrong and it's 8 kills less. That is 8 times 16. That's 128 less points. So it's 800 something points. We're talking.
It's 8 more kills now. We're talking.
So we're talking.
But
we're talking at 20.
Lose?
They have to. Okay, they have to make a record-breaking game and knock out Unique 15th or out. 14th,
I will say
15th.
this though. So there's about 1,000 points between that third and the fourth, no matter how this breaks down.
Yeah.
Which does mean the third place team has very little to lose. Whether it's to drop second or push hard onto Unique. Third place, even if they have a rough game or just have one person float to 7th place, they're going to probably stay in third. So the onus here, I think, is on the third place team to either push Unique or push the second place team and try to take them off and make an extra couple grand or win the whole thing. So I do think cheeky shenanigans are called for here.
We're going to see Optic and FaZe hot drop Unique to go for the ultimate win at the same time.
Unique will bounce and they just hot drop each other.
Here, I guess this is the updated. Okay, so still, we're talking. Okay, so still 704, so it's 800 plus points. So 20 kill game.
20 kill game, which we've seen done historically.
720 kills. It's nearly impossible.
Nearly impossible. So
we're talking a record-breaking game.
So then it would be in FaZe's best interest to go directly at Optic. To be honest.
And here's the thing.
I mean,
look at that 98 kills.
It's only 40-point difference between FaZe and Optic.
Yeah.
You might not even see them hot drop. They just want to win the game and that's it. You know.
Yeah.
They just need to do that. Just place better than Optic.
So
winning the
Optic
game,
is going to hot drop
winning the
FaZe.
game gets you a grand. If you kill Optic, it gets you 10 grand.
Yeah.
Literally, it's a $9,000 difference.
Yeah, but if FaZe wins the game, they basically, even if Optic comes second, they beat them in points. Unless there's a huge kill difference between Optic and FaZe.
This is getting slightly existential now. I think
it's getting very analytical, and that's what we're here for.
And that's what you're really good at. I do want to just clarify the money that's at stake here. So $40,000. Please dance, monkey, dance. $40,000 goes to our winner. They also get an incredible set of matching jackets and the trophy and the kiss from Mustache Dave.
They are unique jackets.
Second place gets $20,000 and third place gets $10,000. So obviously Optic and FaZe are clearly fighting it out, at least for that $10,000 difference. But if there's anyone who can pull a 22 kill win out of the bag, it's FaZe Clan. But the question is, can they do it? We'll find out after the break.
Fuck. Nice.
Nice. You get going towards zone. I'm healing. Can't help you. I think he's on the car.
Yeah, careful.
Thick.
Yeah. He's netting. He's nading.
Fine. I have a bunch of
there's
nades.
He's dead.
I'm staying on death cam.
No, he's not dead. Fuck.
Unlucky.
Nice try. Forward. Fuck.
Who the
nice
fuck
try
was...
there.
Yo.
Все, он будет лежать на плейс. Last is the right side of the ridge. Yellow.
Yeah,
You're
on.
Yeah, you're on the star. Nice try.
Sorry, my bad.